Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a night at my office. Please sit down, or don't, as the season of ghouls is upon us, and so every sort of monster comes out to terrorize the living, no matter what world they live in. I have seen my fair share of horrors, but I have also met and occasionally worked alongside my equal share of monster hunters. Tonight, I shall talk about two such hunters, both engaged in a duel to the death on this particular episode of Death Battle. I speak of Blade versus Buffy, a close duel that's sure to raise the stakes and become a bloody good one. Let's talk about it, shall we? First off, I wasn't expecting this episode to be the live action one, but I dig it. Even more so when you know Ismahawks worked on this particular episode. Secondly, the analysis for Blade vs. Buffy was super thrilling, but holy hell! 128 novels? My god, they're crazy enough to read all that? Or even look into all that? Well, that was one clue I had that things might not have been as clear-cut as they seemed. A feeling that may or may not have been enhanced the further they dived into Buffy's gear and the sheer might of the scythe, which looks more like an axe or something, but I guess the scythe has a much cooler ring to it. From what little I saw of the Twitter posts, I thought the battle would take place in a church or maybe a temple of swords, but seeing as it actually took place in a nightclub, it does remind me of the classic Blade movies. And it made for an awesome setup, which already made this episode the best live-action death battle fight I have ever seen. True to their form, we got to witness the two main combatants in their monster hunting glory as they slayed every single flipping vampire in the scene, including that DJ that stuck to his pointy gums and kept on hitting the beat, even as he was incinerated. Mad respects to that vamp. Once all of them were dealt with, they began to duel against each other, and damn do they know how to ramp up the stakes of this fight. At first, it seemed as though Blade had the upper hand with his own skills and centuries of battle experience. But things soon turned around when Buffy's Slayer instincts kicked in and gave her the boost she needed to wrench Blade's knife away from her and land hits of her own. I get that Blade appeared to be the dominant fighter, but this whole back and forth had me on the edge and second guessing who would win. Till the end, that is. Just as Blade was about to chop up the Slayer, Buffy powered through and reminded Blade not to get ahead of himself. At least the cool shades were intact. Reeling from what I witnessed in that fight, I listened to their post-analysis, and I gotta say, I'm not too sure whether to agree with this or not. I mean, sure, they're close in speeds and could end the other with their most OP weapons ever, but I thought Blade would have more consistent or maybe better scaling. That said, I'm pretty sure there's some kernel of truth to it. Like, maybe given a little more time, I can see myself at least somewhat agreeing with this verdict. They did pick awesome actors for this fight though. Well, that has been my fan art for Blade vs. Buffy. Now here's a bloody power-up I made for it. Bloodlines. Main function: Queen Galax gains vampiric attributes, along with the ability to absorb the memories of her targets, along with their bloodline as she drains their crimson red blood. This gives her excellent knowledge and experience with their skills. That said, overfeeding on blood can drive her to a feral stage. It also may not necessarily make the blood taste any sweeter to her. That, and she only gains her victim's knowledge when feeding on blood. If you liked this video and want to see more of my awesome stuff, be sure to like, subscribe, and share my content. Please do so. For now, that's all from me, Mr. O, and happy Halloween, everybody. Also, when are they gonna make that Blade movie?